Okay, let us start. For those who don't know me, my name is Mitle Southey and I am a circle holder and the founder of Circle School, and I really am on a mission to help as many women as possible experience the transformational power of circles. And of course, a big part of that is guiding women how to create their own powerful circles that they can share with their clients, their communities, their colleagues, their students, and really looking through everything through the lens of circle. So not just holding a standalone circle, so to speak, but seeing how you can bring those principles of circle to every aspect of your life and business, and how that changes how you are in relationship with the world. But today is just an overview and an introduction to this Circle Skills course. And so I just invite you, if you're here with me live or if you're watching the replay, just to drop into the space with me. So gently closing down your eyes or lowering your gaze. And obviously if you're driving or operating machinery, just being as present as you can be. And we just take a few moments, just drawing your awareness in from wherever you're sitting, the environment that you're in, the space that you're in, the room that you're in. Just gently disengaging from the sounds, the sensations, and bringing your awareness in now to whatever it is that you're sitting on. Just noticing where your body makes contact, whether you're sitting or standing or lying. Just feeling those contact points. And just imagine as if the earth is rising to hold you, support you. And then gently expanding your awareness from those points throughout your entire physical body. Letting your attention run to the very tips of your toes, the soles of your feet, the tips of your fingers, the palms of your hands, all the way up to the very crown of your head. And just giving yourself a few moments, letting your attention go wherever it's called to within your physical body. Perhaps noticing any areas of tension, discomfort, pain, and just consciously relaxing into the space. Perhaps dropping your shoulders, unclenching your jaw. Just allowing yourself to be fully present to whatever is there for you at this moment. And then coming to your breath. Breathing in and out. Not forcing or directing it, just following the natural rhythm of your breath. We just take 3 deep cleansing breaths together, breathing in through your nose, letting it out with a gentle sigh, and breathing in through your nose, and letting it out with an audible sigh, and taking that 3rd deep breath in, and letting it out with an even louder sigh. Just letting your breathing return to its natural rhythm. And from this place, we set a joint intention to create a safe and sacred container between us, trusting that all that comes through will serve us and the greater whole. Gently blinking open your eyes and just taking a few moments to come back into the space, rubbing your hands together. And welcome! Hello, beautiful Angie, lovely to have you here. So, just arriving into that beautiful space. It's amazing, isn't it, sometimes when we just take that pause, how we become so aware of the noise and everything else that is going around, and just being able to draw our attention within to that part of us that is unshakable, which is something that we often practice in Circle. So if you're here with me today, I just want to, this is an invitation today, because we're going to be going on a journey of self-inquiry and self-discovery in terms of the skills that I believe are essential to circles. But I also want to say that we can learn these skills, we could deepen into these skills. If you have a desire to hold circles, or if you're already holding circles and you have that desire to deepen your capacity as a space holder, then that really, for me, is the most important thing. So I learned through attending circles, through holding circles, and now guiding women to hold their own circles. So it's a beautiful journey, the classic paradigm of see one, do one, teach one. And I think that is one of the most powerful ways for us to really deepen our capacity and our capability as space holders, as circle holders, as guides, however else we're serving. So you may have circles as part of your business, and we're going to look at that. Maybe this additional offering that you can offer your clients. You may be wanting to or already holding circles within your community as a way of bringing women together to give them a safe space to explore what's really going on in their lives. One of the things I hear more often than not when women come to Circle for the very first time is that it's literally the first time they felt safe within a group of women, which of course says a lot about our conditioning. It says a lot about the system of patriarchy, and it says a lot about how we're finding our way in the world, whether that's in our places of business, within our families, within our institutions, within our organizations. So I think it's really important that we don't underestimate how powerful circles are, but also really honoring that they're not therapy, they're not counseling, and they're not self-help. But the process of circle can be deeply powerful and transformative for the women who attend. And that is such a privilege to be a circle holder, to have a role within that space. And by doing so, inspiring other women to step into that same or similar role for their clients, their community, their students, their colleagues, wherever that is. So please feel free to ask questions as we go along, as this is live. And if you're watching the replay, just tag me. I'll come back and check in. I'm very happy to respond to those, either in the comments or I might pop them into the next Facebook Live. So I just invite you to think about, why do you desire to hold circles? Just give yourself a few moments, and whatever pops into your mind first. This may be something you've been thinking about for a long time. It may be that real calling within that's been, literally been calling you for a while. It's a yearning, it's a craving, and you may not be able to put words to how that feels, but I just ask you to take a few moments to think about that, to lean into the feeling. What is the emotion that comes up? What's the feeling that comes up? What is that sensation that's calling you to want to hold circles? And if you're already holding space, holding circles in some capacity, just really tuning into why you're already doing that. What called you? Thank you, my darling. Oh, thank you. You want to say hello?
Hello.
I've got a little pastry for my breakfast. So yes, what kind of nudged you to start holding circles, and how you're currently feeling about them? So circles can be a really fantastic additional offering to your business. If you work with women or those who identify as women, you can work with men, you can work with mixed groups as well. I work with women's circles, but circles aren't restricted to that type of work. We can work with humans, we can work with children, we can work in all sorts of ways using the principles and concepts of circle, and it is so powerful in multiple ways. So you may wish to hold women's spirituality circles, you may wish to hold red tent type circles, you may wish to hold sharing circles, which is what I hold. You may wish to have new moon or full moon circles. You may wish to have a theme. There may be a project that you wish to explore through the power of circle, or even a book club that you do as a circle, because the principles we're going to learn over the next 9-10 days can be applied to any of those. So the format itself is coming together in circle, because circle is such a symbolic shape, and it's the one shape where we all have that view around the whole. Everyone can see in, everyone can see each other, everyone can see above, everyone can see below, and our energies cross the center. So it's a very unique shape. It's a very symbolic shape. So the shape itself does matter, but obviously holding circles in living rooms and community halls, sometimes they're a little bit skew-whiff, but the intention is there that everybody takes their equal place within a circle. There is no hierarchy, although as a circle holder, we do have a role in maintaining the integrity and safety of that space. So just as you're tuning into why, what's the yearning, what's the calling, what's the desire, because this is going to be really important as you navigate who you are as a circle holder. So for me, circles provide us with a really powerful way to support women and to help women support one another. They are a powerful tool or vehicle for us to start healing deep wounds, such as we're often referred to as sister wounds, the witch wound, the mother wound, wounds that we're perhaps carrying down through generations and generations. When we come together as women, we get to explore those and see each other's version reflected. And it has this incredible sense of not being alone. And you have a safe place in which to unpack what can be very tricky conversations, which can be challenging emotions and can be very uncomfortable. And in that space, we're safe to do that. It's a beautiful place to practice being vulnerable. And I know vulnerability is talked about a lot at the moment. So in Circle, we really get to understand what that means and allow ourselves to receive the support, not through advice or sympathy or platitudes or judgment, but just to be held and to be witnessed. And I talk a lot about the sacred witness. Each of us gets to practice being seen and heard and witnessed, and each of us gets to practice being the sacred witness. And the more we deepen into that, the more we practice that in Circle, the more we can take that out into our daily lives and use that skill when we're engaging with our family, when we're engaging with our children, when we're engaging with anybody else that we have to come into contact with. It gives us these incredible tools to move into right relationship consistently and constantly. Obviously, we all move out of that at times as well, but having a safe space where you can practice those skills is so powerful, so powerful. We practice listening, and listening with what I call is listening without agenda. So giving that opportunity to just truly be present with what somebody else is sharing without thinking how you're going to respond, or without filtering it through your own judgments or experience. Obviously, there's an aspect of that. We're always going to filter through our value system and our lived experience, but we don't have to project that onto the other person. So we learn to just be fully present with them while they're sharing and be able to receive what they're saying without needing to see it as right or wrong or good or bad. And in that space, we get to question our own beliefs. We may even get to change our mind rather than jumping to defend what we believe we know to be true. It gives us this incredible opportunity where we get to go inwards, but we also get to connect outwards. So, as within, so without. And that is just so represented within Circle. It's a deep self-inquiry journey, and yet it's a deep outwardly connecting journey. So those are some of the reasons that I think circles are so incredibly powerful. And it's often an invitation as well to do our own shadow work in a safe space. Circles are also a lot of fun. We can have, depending on the theme and the women that you've gathered together or the humans that you've gathered together, there's a lot of laughter, there can be dancing and music and a lot of fun. So I find sometimes when I'm talking about circles, I make them sound very serious, but there's all aspects of who we are comes into Circle. So of course, Circle represents all those aspects. And this is really why today I just want you to tune in to that yearning, that calling, that craving you have to hold Circle or deepen your capacity as a circle holder. Think about what circles provide for you, but also for your community or your clients or your students or your colleagues, whoever you are intending to hold those circles for. And then as you expand on that, I'm inviting you to think about you. Who are you as a circle holder? This is like the first thing we do in Circle School, is to uncover, inquire, evoke what makes you you, your quirks, your gifts, your talents, your skills, the modalities that you've trained in, your lived experience, the journey that has brought you to here, and your professional or your work experience and what you've learned through that. So for me, Circle, being a circle holder, is a journey of becoming the truest expression of yourself. It requires you to go within. It requires you to deepen into who you are and what you bring to Circle. Your circles will be a reflection of you, of your magic and your medicine. So we start to pull together all these different threads of who we are, what we've done, what we've uncovered, what we've learned, what we've experienced. We start to weave those together as you, as the medicine in your circles. So my invitation for you today, from day one of our circle skills, is to get out your journals, or memo speak, or however you do it, cut up magazines, whatever it is, whatever works for you, and just tune into those 3 points. What's calling you? What's craving you? What's deep within you? When I started holding circles, I felt like I was responding to a really ancient calling, as though I'd been doing this through lifetimes. And so many women I speak to say, yes, that's what it feels like. It's a remembering of our capacity to do this. It's a reclaiming of our role in the world to hold space for one another. Because in the context of women holding circles, in the context of current religions, women have been very much excluded from holding ceremony, from holding ritual, from holding space for each other. If you look through the witch hunts, and we haven't got time to go into all of that now. We do in Circle School, but just thinking on the history of women, or the her story of women, how we have been excluded. So what we're doing now is reclaiming those innate capacities that we have within us. We're reclaiming what we often do naturally. And this is not just for women, but I work mostly with women and those who identify as women. So bring all of that together through your quirks, your gifts, your talents, your modalities, your lived experience. Who are you, and who are you as a circle holder? And just offering you that this is a journey to becoming the truest expression of yourself, because that is what you'll bring through in your circles, how you'll connect, how you'll lead in those circles, how you'll hold the space. And just a little reminder that often the things that we think are what we may have been called our weaknesses in the past, or the things that we think are wrong with us, or the things that we think are our flaws, are, well, I'm going to say 99.9% of the time, I'm sure there's an exception, are actually your circle superpowers. These are the things that you will bring through, so that the women who you are here to serve will resonate with you at an energetic level, at a physical level, at an emotional level, and they will literally flock to sit in circle with you. So none of us are here to serve everybody, although our contribution to who we serve will obviously serve the greater whole, but we're here to serve those women that we resonate with at that deeper level, and that is what your circles will do. That is the power, that is the magic, that's the transformation that happens there. So that is my invitation for you today, for day one. And if you are here live, and if you have any comments or questions, just pop them in. And if you're watching the replay, please, yes, pop in any questions, any thoughts, any feelings, any offerings. And if you wish to share what that craving, that yearning feels like, and who you are as a circle holder, what you can bring through. And if you find that, oh no, I've got ants all over my pastry. Oh dear. Oops. Sorry. If you're finding that challenging, just start with doing a timeline. Just start with doing a timeline through your professional experience, through those times when you may have been called up on something, either told you're good at something or told that something's a flaw, and just start to track that for yourself and see where those beautiful things are coming through that you're going to bring through in your circles, because that will be the power of circles. And this is very much, those of you who've been sort of maybe here on my page for a while, or if you're very new to my page, I always say that I don't teach you how to hold my circles. I guide you to create your own. And this to me is so, so, so important. It's the things that make you you that really matter. So I don't offer formulas, I don't offer templates. I do offer some, in Circle School itself, you do get some guidance on creating a circle map. So you create your own circle map, and you will sit in circle with me so many times that you'll have the template in effect of the way that I hold circle. But my encouragement is always to find your own way. So what we're going to be exploring over the next, what's today, day one, so over the next 9 days, is the skills to help you do that. But know that you already have it within you. So being part of something like Circle School is a community, and it's a shared wisdom bank. It's a shared wisdom library, and it allows each of us to deepen even further around that core curriculum. But all of this is about finding that nugget within you that you're going to bring through in your circle. So understanding you and the medicine and the magic of you is really, really integral to this journey. But just to give you an opportunity to connect with yourself. And as I said, if you have any questions or comments, please tag me and leave them in the comments. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Bye for now.